Hello people, I have been getting some requests, and one of the requests I'm getting is to show how a blind person does activities of daily living. Now I'm going to have to show these videos in parts because obviously everything can't be done in one video. So today's video is going to be demonstrating how I do house cleaning. I'm inside of the kitchen right now, and I'm going to demonstrate a blind person's way of making sure everything is spick and span clean. Now, this will definitely disprove the myth that people say that people with disabilities, like blindness or a lot of others, are incapable of leading normal lives. So what I have here is a sink with some dishes. I'm going to go down here, I'm going to get myself an SOS pad out the cabinet, and rather than spending a whole lot of time washing these, I'm going to put them in the dishwasher. Now when you put dishes in the dishwasher, you want to make sure they're rinsed off, not completely washed. Don't do a thorough job, but just make sure there's no food and junk stuck to them. You're probably asking how I know if everything is clean. It's because I can feel it. I use my hands since I don't use my eyes. Did a quick rinse job. Now this bowl, you don't see any food stuck to it. Use the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load it into this dishwasher here with the dishes I already have, because no one has time to wash 1,000 dishes by hand anymore. And I'm going to go back to the others that I've been washing here. So I have this knife, and you're probably saying, oh my god, a blind person is using a knife, it's sharp. But you use common sense. The blade is away from your hand. Of course, you're not going to put your hand along the blade. You touch real quick, real lightly to find where the blade is, and you just wash like this. You just keep the blade away from you as you're getting the stuff off of the knife. There wasn't really much on the knife anyway, but you're putting stuff in the dishwasher. Again, you don't want food stuff where it's not going to get clean. I point my knives downwards, the sharp ones, because I'm not trying to reach into there and get my fingers sliced off. Here's another bowl here. As you can see, it's kind of got some stuff on it that I'm going to fix this problem. But just going over it quickly with the SOS pad. That way it's free to go to the dishwasher. So I'm taking care of that. Doesn't have to be perfect, just make sure there's no junk stuck to it. I'm feeling with my hands here. And then now that I know it's safe, I'm going to put it right into the dishwasher with the others. Miniature pan in here that's used to cook eggs, but it's to feed my sister's pig. So we're not going to be putting that in the dishwasher. I'm just going to wash it off for real with the SOS. SOS pads have soap on it, so it'll be sanitized. Just washing it off here. I'm going to make sure all the soap is out because we don't want to feed animals any soap. It will be nasty. Make sure it's clean all the way. I still feel soap on it, so it's not completely rinsed off. You can feel the difference if there's soap on a dish or not, because it just feels slimy to the touch. That's how I know. And when it no longer feels really slimy to the touch, all the soap is gone. Just making doubly sure, because if the animal eats any soap, she's going to get pretty sick. So the soap is off. See, there's no soap on this dish. So now, I'm going to dry this out with a paper towel, and I'm going to set it to the right here with all the breakfast food that's still sitting out. We're going to leave it alone because people are still coming and going and eating. Now I just want to make sure the sink is clean. I'm going to move this out the way. I'm cleaning the sink out here. And again, the same principle applies. There's food right here. See, I felt it, I found it. Same principle applies when you're blind and you're cleaning out sinks and counters. You're going to do it by touch. And I'm definitely going to make sure that this is done. I have held janitor jobs before. And you probably say, well, who would want to give a blind person a chance to clean as a janitor? Well, plenty of people, because it's possible to do. So, I'm definitely getting all the stuff off. See, I still feel soap here. What I'm doing is I'm running this under the water, and I'm getting it out. see this is going to be a clean surface. Some people say that when we clean better than someone who can see because we're so particular about how things feel. It's remarkable, you know, and things feel a certain way. We just don't like it. It has to be like really good and clean. Move that out the way there. See, I'm definitely still getting to this. My sink is looking pretty clean. Now what I'm going to do now, since I still feel some soap, now is I'm going to set the wet stuff to the right of me, and I'm going to take nice sized paper towels and I'm wiping it out, soaking all the water out so my sink will have a nice appearance. I'm definitely cleaning off the tap. So this is up close and personal how a blind person cleans their home. Doing a bang up job for not being able to see. But I mean, I always tell people too is I'm not amazing. Like, you know, I go out in public, everybody's like, oh, you're so amazing. You're so amazing that you can hold a job. You're so amazing that you can clean up your house. You're so amazing that you can even dress yourself or get out of bed. But there's nothing amazing about it. It's normal daily activities that everybody else does. Just because I cannot see doesn't mean that I'm incapable of performing activities of daily living such as cooking, cleaning, and yes, even working. I do grocery shopping as well, and I'm going to demonstrate on another video how I do that. That's going to definitely be pretty interesting for you guys to see. But this is my nice clean sink, and I'm going to go on to cleaning the counters next after I wipe this off. I still have some wet spots. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I don't like things to be out of place. I definitely like it done right. And just because, you know, you can't see doesn't mean you're incapable of doing a good job when you set your mind to it. Cleaning while blind is second nature. I mean, people can't imagine how I would do this not being able to see. So I've had people tell me, oh, they tried to close their eyes and it's still impossible for them to do. Well, I can understand how people would feel it's an impossibility because they can't even imagine living without their sight. But honestly, when you've been this way most of your life, it's nothing. Doing this is second nature. To me, cleaning not being able to see is just like you cleaning while you were able to see. You know, cleaning and looking at things with your eyes. See this? This is cleaned up. I like it. It's not cruddy. My sink is looking good. Okay, so now the left counter here. We're not going to worry about the right because I've got food here and stuff. I am going to set to work cleaning off this counter. You can see here it needs a little wipe down, so I'm going to move things over to the table temporarily so that I can have this space free. This is the pig feed. And move all this stuff over here temporarily while I organize. This way I have the surface to work with while cleaning. Okay, soap back where it belongs. Scrubber behind the faucet. And I am going to get to work. Okay. This I can put right here. Oh. Yeah, I can. I have a little room. Excellent. Mr. Clean solution over here. Excellent. And I'm taking this to the garbage so it's not in the way. And you're probably wondering how I knew that dropped. Well, see, you can feel things with your feet as well. Keep the trash in the closet so the dogs don't get to it, because my goodness, when they get to it, it just makes life really difficult. And I don't enjoy cleaning up after the animals, okay? Animals are a blessing. They're beautiful to have, nice little friends, but they can make your life a little difficult on occasion. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I have this surface practically clear. I can work with the things that are here. I'm just gonna go over it really lightly because there's stuff stuck to it with an SOS pad. And you're probably thinking, what are you doing? You have soap on this thing, but I know how to handle that because I've learned a few tricks when I was doing janitorial. So now this is manageable. So I'm going to put the SOS pad on the corner of the sink, and I'm going to get myself a little bit of Mr. Clean solution, because this will suck up the soap. Just a dab. And then I hear where it's poured, so I know it's not dropping everywhere. And I'll have to get that pig bowl a little later again, because Mr. Clean just dripped on it from my hand. And again, we don't want our animals consuming cleaner. So I'll take care of that after this video. So I am cleaning the surface. Again, principle still applies. I would clean in the same way as I clean the sink and those dishes. I am feeling with my hands. I used the SOS pad to scrub any of the stuff that got stuck to the counter with cooking this morning's breakfast. And then I went ahead and went over this again with Mr. Clean. I'm moving things here. And the surface is relatively easy to clean. I have a little decorative basket right here. Little fall decorations. See, this isn't that hard. You're probably thinking, oh my goodness, she's whizzing through this and she can't see what she's doing, but as you can tell, I'm so used to this way of life, it doesn't even faze me. That's why sometimes I get so irritated when everybody says I'm so amazing. Like, oh, you're amazing. It's just like telling me I'm amazing for being able to have a job, clean up the house, balance my checkbook, pay the bills, and do normal activities. It's just like me telling you that you're amazing for doing the same thing. You probably think I'm crazy. So how clean this counter is getting. Now what I'm going to do, it feels slightly sticky. I don't know what it looks like, but that's not even important to me. It feels slightly sticky, and I'm guessing it's because of some of the SOS pad soap. So I'm going to add some water to it because I want to get rid of that sticky feeling. I don't like it. And I certainly wouldn't want people coming over here saying, oh, your counters are an absolute mess. You don't know how to clean. Sometimes as a blind person, I feel like I have to prove myself to everybody. Like I'm always being on a pedestal. Like people are always watching and analyzing me when they don't do that to average Joes. And so sometimes I feel pressure to have everything perfect because I'm afraid that if they find one little imperfection, they're going to say, oh, you're incapable. And it shouldn't be that way, but sometimes I just feel like it is that way. But that's why I'm making these videos. That's why I am doing everything I can to advocate for the disabled population, all sorts of disabilities, not just blindness. And I want to decrease these stigmas because I don't want people to feel like they're being analyzed under a microscope, and I don't want people to feel like they have to be perfect. I don't want people to feel like they have to impress everybody so that people will believe in them. I'm just going to be out here tirelessly putting forth my effort to demonstrate to the world that, yes, you can live normally with a disability. Okay, so I'm going to go over this one more time, and that'll be the end of this cleaning video. And I would be interested to hear what you think about it, how a blind person does activities of daily living. And I'm glad you guys request these things because I love educating folks. Through education, we can decrease stigma. Without education, people remain ignorant, and general misconceptions are made that make a whole lot of people really upset. Okay. All right, so my counter is looking good. I don't really worry about the stuff over to the left because dirt really doesn't get there. And I am going to be putting back the stuff that was on the counter in an organized fashion, so it's not all discombobulated here. Get the animal feed, put it back. This way, things are easy to find, and they're in order. Thank you for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed how a blind person cleans.